Today's topic is damp proofing, dampness or problem of moisture in structure or buildings, and remedy is damp proofing. What are the causes of dampness? Dampness is the presence of hygroscopic or gravitational moisture. Dampness gives rise to unhygienic conditions apart from in strength of structural component of the building. Damp prevention is therefore one of the important item of the building design. Following are various causes of dampness in building. First one is moisture rising up the walls from ground. This is the major cause of the moisture or dampness in structures. All the structure are founded on soils. This is the fact. And the substructure or foundation embedded into it. If the soil is pervious or having voids, moisture constantly travel through it. Even in the case if impervious soil, lot of soil moisture may be present. Groundwater rise will also result moisture entry into the building through walls and floors. This is the first and chief cause. Second, rain travel from wall tops. The wall tops are not properly protected from rain penetration. Rain will enter the wall and will travel down. And leaking roof will also permit water to enter in building. Third cause of dampness is rain beating against external walls or inclined rain. Heavy showers of rain may beat against the external faces of walls, and if the walls are not properly treated, moisture will enter the wall, causing dampness in the interior. If balconies and chhajja or sunshade projections do not have proper outward slope, water will accumulate on these places. Fourth cause of dampness in building is condensation. Due to condensation of atmospheric moisture water is deposited on the walls, floors, and ceiling, may cause dampness, especially in winter season. And fifth is miscellaneous causes. First, miscellaneous causes. First, poor drainage at the building site. Second, imperfect orientation. There is no free circulation of air, so imperfect orientation. Well, getting less sunlight and heavy showers may remain damp. Imperfect roof slope. Imperfect roof slope, especially in the case of flat roofs. Defective construction, like imperfect wall joints in roof, and leakage in water supply pipelines. These are the some causes of dampness in any building or structure. What are the effects of dampness? The following are the ill effects of entry of dampness. First is dampness gives rise to breeding of mosquitoes and create unhealthy living conditions. Second is travel of moisture through walls and ceiling may cause unsightly patches. Third is continuous presence of moisture in the walls may cause efflorescence or problem of salts, cause efflorescence resulting in disintegration of bricks, tiles, etc. Consequent reduction in strength, structural damage. Fourth, the flooring gets loosened because of reduction in the adhesion when moisture enters through the floor. Now, what are the remedies of dampness or moisture? Remedy is damp proofing. So, methods of damp proofing. Following methods are adopted to make a building damp proof. And these methods provided before construction. First, use of damp proofing course, membrane, etc. Second, integral damp proofing. And third, surface treatment. And fourth is cavity wall construction. Fifth is gunneting. Gunneting is the process, and we'll discuss. Sixth is pressure grouting. These are the methods for damp proofing. First is membrane damp proofing. This consists of introducing a water repellent membrane or damp proof course, popularly known as DPC, damp proof course, between the source of dampness and the part of building adjacent to it. Membrane damp proofing. First procedure is the damp proofing course should cover the full thickness of walls, excluding rendering. Second, DPC should be so laid that of a continuous projection is provided. There is no gap. Third is when a horizontal DPC is continued to a vertical face. A cement concrete fillet of 7.5 centimeter radius should be provided at the junction. This is the membrane damp proofing. Second is integral damp proofing. In this type of damp proofing, this consists of adding certain waterproofing compounds of materials to the concrete mix, which are known as admixtures, so that it becomes impermeable surface. These are under the integral damp proofing. First is compounds made from chalk, talc, fuller's earth, which may fill the voids of concrete under the mechanical action principle. So, in this integral damp proofing, the result of integral damp proofing is compactness or density increase due to void filling. So, we get impervious layer or impervious surface. Second, in integral damp proofing, compounds like alkaline, silicates, aluminum sulfate, calcium chloride, etc., which react chemically with concrete to produce waterproof concrete. So, dual action of integral damp proofing materials. First is work as a filler material, and second is chemical action. Third is surface treatment. Third method of damp proofing is surface treatment. The surface treatment consists of application of layer of water repellent substances or compounds on these surfaces through which moisture enters. Surface treatment is effective only when the moisture is superficial and is not under pressure. Fourth is cavity wall construction. This is an effective method of damp prevention. cavity wall construction is damp proofing, is sound proofing, and heat proofing. This is an effective method of damp prevention in which the main wall of a building is shielded by an outer skin or wall, leaving a cavity between the two. Fifth is gunneting. This consists of depositing under pressure an impervious layer of rich cement mortar, mixture of cement sand, that is mortar, rich cement mortar, over the exposed surface for waterproofing or over pipes for resisting the water pressure. Cement mortar consists of 1:3 cement sand mix, which is that on the cleaned surface. This is the connecting. On clean surface with the help of a cement gun under a pressure of 2 to 3 kg per centimeter square. The nozzle of the machine is kept at a distance about 75 to 90 centimeter from the surface to be gunneted. The mortar mix of desired consistency and thickness can be deposited to get an impervious layer. The layer should be properly cured at least for 10 days. This is the gunneting. And sixth method of damp proofing is pressure grouting. This consists of forcing cement grout or any other chemical under pressure into cracks, voids, fissures, etc. present in the structural component of the building. This is the dampness, problem of dampness, causes and ill effects, and methods of damp proofing in any structure or building. Thank you.